A vibrant village square bustles with life. A symphony of chatter and play under the warm daylight. Little Red Riding Hood, a splash of crimson, skips joyfully through the crowd. In this idyllic village lives a maiden as pure as the morning dew. She is known as Little Red Riding Hood, her name a gentle whisper in the lively air. Sunlight floods the cozy cottage as Mother packs a basket with bread, cheese, and fruit. Little Red Riding Hood watches, eyes wide with anticipation, eager for her journey. The air smells of fresh baking and unspoken anxieties. A comforting yet tense atmosphere. Mother warns, "Now, Little Red Riding Hood, remember what I told you. Stay on the path." The forest can be a dangerous place, and strangers are not always kind, Mother says gravely. Sunlight dapples the forest path as Little Red Riding Hood skips along her basket, swinging in time with her cheerful hum. She is lost in the tranquility of the woods, unaware of the unseen eyes watching her every move. But lurking just beyond the dappled light, danger awaits. A shadow stirs, a predator drawn by the innocent song, unseen and unheard in the leafy depths. Sunlight filters weakly through the dense canopy, casting long shadows that stretch and dance across the forest floor. From the dark thicket, a wolf emerges, his eyes gleaming with cunning intelligence. The wolf pauses, head cocked, as he spots Little Red Riding Hood skipping along the forest path. With practiced ease, the wolf adopts a smooth, friendly demeanor, masking his predatory intent. He begins to approach her, a deceptive smile playing on his lips as he closes the distance. In the sun-dappled forest, the wolf subtly suggests picking flowers for her grandmother, a cunning glint in its eyes. Little Red Riding Hood is delighted, her face lighting up with innocent joy at the prospect. She happily wanders off the path, her small hands eager to gather the colorful blooms. Deeper into the woods she goes, her laughter echoing through the trees. Unaware, she drifts further from safety, oblivious to the wolf's lurking shadow and sinister intentions. Sunlight dapples through leaves as the wolf bursts into the forest, a shadow darting through the undergrowth. Driven by dark intent, he races with a focused intensity, paws pounding on the hidden path. Each stride is a beat in a predator's symphony, echoing through the silent, watchful woods. The grandmother's house awaits, unknowingly. As the forest holds its breath, the cottage door splinters as the wolf bursts in, scattering wood and dust. Grandmother's knitting falls to the floor as her eyes widen in terror. A whirlwind of fur and teeth lunges, a primal threat unleashed. A brief, desperate struggle fills the small cottage with chaos. Rough rope binds grandmother's hands, a symbol of her captivity. The closet door slams shut, the thud echoing her fading hope. Sunlight streams into grandmother's cottage, illuminating dancing dust motes and the musty air. In grandmother's bed, a figure lies hidden beneath floral covers, almost obscuring a snout. The figure coughs, an unnatural sound in the peaceful room. The wolf, disguised, attempts to speak in a high, wavering voice. An awkward silence hangs as the wolf's deception unfolds in the quaint cottage. Little Red Riding Hood, with wildflowers, wanders down a sun-dappled forest path, her steps light and carefree. She pauses, a slight delay in her step, a fleeting shadow crossing her otherwise cheerful face. The vibrant colors of her bouquet contrast with the deep, mysterious woods surrounding her. Unburdened, She continues towards her grandmother's cottage, unaware of lurking danger. The forest watches silently, concealing secrets and shadows as she walks deeper into its embrace. Little Red Riding Hood enters the cottage, breathing in the familiar scents of chamomile and pine. She approaches the bed, where grandmother is nestled under thick quilts. A closer look. Something is off. A subtle wrongness that prickles her senses. She squints, trying to reconcile the sharp angles of the face with her memories. Dismissing her unease, she blames the illness she was warned about. But a seed of doubt has been planted, and her innocence is about to shatter. Sunlight paints the cozy cottage as Little Red Riding Hood approaches grandmother's bed, unaware of the danger within. Little Red Riding Hood, "Oh, grandmother, what big eyes you have!" The question hangs in the sunlit air. Wolf, "All the better to see you with, my dear." A sinister reply from the figure in grandmother's bed. Little Red Riding Hood, "Oh, grandmother, what big teeth you have!" Tension coils tighter in the small cottage. Wolf, "All the better to eat you with." The wolf's trap is sprung, revealing the terrifying truth. The wolf's disguise shatters, revealing a monstrous visage that twists into a terrifying mockery of humanity. He lunges with monstrous speed, his roar echoing through the small cottage, promising imminent danger. Little Red Riding Hood's world turns to terror as she witnesses the horrifying transformation. "Ah!" She screams, her voice a fragile sound against the backdrop of the predator's overwhelming power. Sunlight paints the cozy cottage, illuminating dust motes dancing in the gentle morning air. Eyes gleaming, teeth bared, the wolf prepares to strike, a sinister shadow in the bright room. Crash! The cottage door splinters open, light flooding the room with sudden violence. The woodsman stands tall, axe raised, a grim guardian against the snarling beast. His face etched with determination, he steps into the fray, a bulwark of raw strength. The wolf recoils, momentarily stunned by the woodsman's sudden, powerful arrival. Inside grandmother's cottage, a fierce struggle erupts. The woodsman fights with desperate strength against the wolf. A whirlwind of fur and fury fills the small cottage. The woodsman gains the upper hand, his resolve hardening. With a final surge, he drives the defeated wolf away. The woodsman throws open the closet, revealing grandmother disheveled but alive. Grandmother bursts from the confines, her face etched with relief and disbelief. Little Red Riding Hood stares in amazement as her grandmother emerges. Grandmother rushes towards Little Red Riding Hood, arms outstretched in joy. A tearful embrace as grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood reunite. The woodsman smiles, witnessing the emotional reunion in the cottage. Deep in the forest, a wounded wolf struggles, each step a testament to its defeat. Blood stains the forest floor, marking the path of the retreating wolf. The woodsman watches, axe in hand, as the wolf disappears into the trees. His face is set, a silent vow to protect the village etched in every line. The forest holds its breath, the only sound the rustle of leaves in the wind. The woodsman stands firm, a guardian against the receding darkness. Sunlight floods grandmother's cottage as mother bursts in, worry etched deeply on her face. Spotting Little Red Riding Hood, mother rushes forward, enveloping her in a tight, protective embrace. "Oh, my dear, I was so worried when I heard," mother exclaims, relief washing over her. "You must always listen to my warnings, darling," she urges, her voice laced with lingering fear. Sunlight illuminates dust motes in grandmother's cozy cottage, a peaceful contrast to recent turmoil. Little Red Riding Hood kneels, head bowed, between her mother and grandmother, a picture of remorse. "I am so sorry, Mother, Grandmother," she says, her voice filled with regret. She vows, "I know I should never have spoken to the wolf. I promise I will be more careful," she continues, her eyes reflecting a newfound understanding. "I will never stray from the path again." Little Red Riding Hood pledges, her voice firm with resolve. Hand in hand, Little Red Riding Hood and her mother walk along the forest path, returning towards the village. Long shadows stretch across their path. The once inviting forest now feels ominous. Little Red Riding Hood's eyes scan the trees, vigilant and alert. A subtle tension hangs in the air as they move deeper into the woods. Little Red Riding Hood enters the village square, her figure a beacon amidst concerned faces. She stands tall, weary yet resolute, ready to share her tale. Her voice cuts through the square's murmur. "I have returned from the forest, but not without witnessing its darkness," she warns, her eyes reflecting the forest's shadows. "Beware, for the woods hold more than just trees," she cautions, her words heavy with experience. "Caution must be your guide and vigilance your shield," she concludes, imparting hard-won wisdom. A warm glow bathes the room as Little Red Riding Hood sits by the fireplace, lost in thought. Shadows flicker on the walls, mirroring her contemplative mood as she stares into the dancing flames. "I should have listened to my mother," she murmurs, her voice soft against the crackling fire. A sigh escapes her lips as she admits, "This adventure has taught me a valuable lesson." Young Red, eyes wide with innocence, carefully treads the sun-dappled forest path, a beacon of purity in the wild. She extends a hand to a fallen villager, her touch a gentle promise amidst the towering trees. Sharing her meager bread, she nourishes both body and soul. Her kindness, a radiant light in shadowed lives. Tending to the sick, her brow furrowed with concern, she embodies unwavering compassion. Seasons change, yet her spirit remains a constant flame, her goodness an unyielding force in the heart of the forest. At the forest edge, Little Red Riding Hood stands. Older now, her gaze reflecting hard-won wisdom. The forest looms before her, no longer a place of naive wonder, but one viewed with respect. Her eyes, once wide with innocence, now hold the glint of caution and deep understanding. She is no longer the girl who strayed from the path. She is a woman forged by the woods. Sunlight floods grandmother's cozy cottage, motes dancing in the golden air. Little Red Riding Hood enters, her smile radiant, basket swinging. She approaches grandmother, rocking gently by the crackling fireplace. Their eyes meet, a silent language of love spoken between them. A warm greeting is exchanged, filling the cottage with affection. A quiet moment of companionship strengthens their bond. The village square basks in the sun's final glow. Villagers gathered, their faces lit with hope after the long night. My voice echoes through the square, marking the end of Little Red Riding Hood's tale, a resolution of peace and triumph. Little Red Riding Hood stands tall, her eyes reflecting a newfound wisdom, forever changed by her perilous journey. And so the tale ends. I say, may we remember family, community, and the lessons learned on the most perilous paths.